So if you haven't heard, one of the craziest operations is happening right as we speak, and Trump has talked about this for a long time, but he's actually pulled the trigger on attacking the drug cartel. Now, this comes after a $50 million bounty was put on Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, and the attack on Tren de Agua, which is the gang affiliated with the whole trafficking of drugs and all that stuff. And so he's talked about it for a long time, but recently, as of, I think, a couple days ago, he said that upon his orders, early morning September 3rd, that U.S. military forces conducted a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Agua narco-terrorists in the SOCOM, Southern Com area of responsibility. And as you know, TDA, among other drug cartels, have been designated a foreign terrorist organization operating under the control of President Nicolas Maduro, as I mentioned before, responsible for this whole, and again, I'm not going to talk so deeply about the drug crisis in America, but it is an epidemic, especially with fentanyl and just some of the newer drugs, but also like the old stuff, right? Many people know about this drug trafficking, how it's hurting the youth, how it's hurting people all over. And if you stop the supply, then you are getting far ahead of the equation in terms of fighting this battle. And so it's a very significant attack, especially because these organizations, in some sense, might have a lot of power in their, said governments, whether it is underground or if it's very public, like with Venezuela. But the point here is that Trump is not afraid. He's talked the talk, and he's actually walking the walk now, beginning this operation to attack these boats. And so now I believe that they are in fear or worried, because if one boat is attacked, just like this one, and let me just quickly show the video, but if this is going to happen, that there's going to be a new strategy in some sense to try to get over this, but there is no way around it, whether it's through underground tunnels, through Mexico, or it's through the ocean. There is no other way around this. And so it's very significant, this first wave of show of force and attack, because now it's going to propel the organizations, the cartels, to either try something different or come to the table and say, you know what, we can't, this is not affordable, we can't do this. And it's going to do something to make a dent. So I believe it's an exciting time. It's the right way to attack this head on in some sense, because you're not going to come to the table with these guys with diplomacy. And so you have to be able to have something that actually stops this dead in its tracks. So we'll see how this plays out, but I thought it's very significant because you're actually making a move. You are showing people where you are, where you're being strategically positioned within, this area here. And this is, again, a map made by, other people trying to put together information, but who knows where they all are. But the point here is that they're cracking down in this area. And so it's very exciting to see. Gotta pray, gotta hope that God is on the side of victory and that we can eradicate some of this evil from the earth. So just wanted to quickly encourage you guys with this news. I also wanted to mention that I am doing a series where I'm giving attention to my fundraiser. Guys, I need all the help that I can get. We're not at the goal yet. We're close to it, but we're hoping that by the end of this month, me and my team can be fully funded and we can get going, because we're going through a little bit of a difficult time in this season, guys, with everything going on. Traditional funding stuff, I am listener supported. I also have an endeavor to get my business profitable, up and running, and just a lot of things. I believe God will create the breakthrough very soon. But in the meantime, I'm asking for your guys' financial support as we bridge the gap to get there. So love you guys. Be encouraged. Talk to you guys very soon.